So is the PPT visible, and when can we start?
Hello. Yes, sir. The PPT is visible.
Okay, okay. Let me know like when we need to start.
Yes, sir, just 10 seconds, sir.
Okay.
Okay, we are live, sir. We can start.
Okay.
Gurpreet ma'am, can we start?
Yes, I think now we can start. Gurpreet, your voice is not audible.
Uh, yes, Gurpreet ma'am's voice is not audible. She is muted.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Just not visible.
am I visible now?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, honorable keynote speaker for the day, our faculty members and the students, as well as our technical team representatives. I, Professor Gurpreet Kaur Khalsa, on behalf of Pillai College of Arts, Commerce and Science, welcome you to the second webinar on human values with the topic in discussion, the DAD effect, depression, addiction, and denial. It gives me immense pleasure and honor to inform to our guest speaker for the day that Pillai College of Arts, Commerce and Science is one of the few colleges in the jurisdiction of the University of Mumbai to have started a full-fledged subject on human values. Also, with the esteemed leadership of Dr. Kavita Kathare Madam and the Department of Excellence, all of it has been possible. In our pursuit of making our students better emotionally, physically, as well as mentally, we have now decided to make sure that every student with this subject lives the kind of life with an ethical perspective that they always wanted. So here we are for the second webinar, and I would like to welcome our guest. Sir is a practicing practitioner of life skills. He's also a life coach. He is also an NLP practitioner as well as a hypnotherapist. In his experience of dealing with so many mental health issues, he has been successful in helping thousands of people meet themselves, meet their real selves, and live the life that they always wanted to live. Having with us, we also have we are joined by our honorable faculty members who teach this very subject across various disciplines. We have Chaitanya Atle sir, we have Archana Deepak madam, we have Nitya Varghese madam, who is also the coordinator of PMS, and we have me, Gurpreet Kaur Khalsa, along with our technical team representative, Nikhil Mathur. I would like to request Gurpreet sir to kindly take over and guide us with his valuable insights.
Thank you so much, Gurpreet, for giving such a nice introduction. And I congratulate Pillai College for this venture, which they have started in order to inculcate human values, moral values, ethical values, and helping their kids and their students to live a life which is full of accomplishment and happiness and even success. So can we start the webinar?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay. So I hope the PPT is displayed, and it's called the DAD effect, depression, addiction, and denial. Moving forward to the PPT, I want all the viewers who are connected, even on YouTube and other mediums, to kindly even follow the PPT and mostly keep your ears open so that you can take the information inside and analyze it. Okay, mental health statistics in India, a very alarming figure is 7.5% of the population has some kind of mental health disorder. It's like most of these people do not even know that they have a mental health disorders. They have not been to psychiatrists, psychologists, counselors, but still they have it within them, and they continue their life living with these disorders. 50% of the people having clinical depression has risen by 50% over the last 8 years. 21% of the elderly population suffers from depression. Highly neglected class of people where actually we require to give them support, they are neglected most. 34% depression is common, and bipolar is 1.1%. 20% Indian mothers have postpartum depression after the delivery of their child. 42% corporate employees have suffered from stress and anxiety. 9 out of 10 Indians suffer from stress. Though the level of stress, chronic stress, is so high, out of 10 people, 9 people have some kind of stress. It could be with regards to their relationship, could be financial stress, could be with respect to their career, but still that stress is not taken care of. 95% of the people aged between 18 and 34, that is the cream population, that is the student population, that is having the most highest potential to become something big, suffer from severe stress. Even now, students who are watching now, if you just look inside you, ask yourself what is causing the stress in your life. Is it your submissions? It's causing it. It's family values, or the, we could say, the system in your family. Is it some relationship which is causing this? Is it some kind of low confidence which is causing this high in stress? Moving forward in the PPT, next is depression statistics in India. India is highest as of now with respect to depression, 5.9 crore people, that is 4.5% of the population, and anxiety is 3.8%. Okay, now with respect to lockdown, okay, what happens is that there are helplines, government helplines, which take care of mental health issues wherever people are suicidal in nature or they require some help. They can call these helplines and then can pour their heart out. So from the month of April to June, that is the lockdown period, there were 9,400 calls, okay, in this specific duration, specifically related to addictions, because people were not getting their drugs or not getting their dose of alcohol, and because of this they had become too much of fidgety. They had they had withdrawal symptoms, and because of this they also made it clear that they have a lot of suicidal thoughts, depressed mood, and they feel anxious most of the time. Now coming to the question following the PPT, what is depression? Okay, depression is often clinically defined from a psychiatrist point of view or scientific definition as being a mood disorder. Usually we say, today I don't have the mood to talk to you. Today I don't have the mood to do this work. Today I don't have the mood to study. Today I don't have the mood to do anything. I just want to sleep. Okay, so 1 or 2 days low mood, it's completely fine. Everyone has the choice to choose what he wants to do today or wants to delay something. But if suppose today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, week after week, and months after month, every day you feel the same thing, that I don't have the mood to eat, I don't have the mood to study, your life to a great extent. So clinically, depression is defined as a mood disorders, low mood, sad feeling for over 2 weeks continuously if you have. So it is called as major depressive disorder. Okay, even depression has different kinds of classes. There is SAD, which is called seasonal. Okay, seasonal depression. Okay, seasonal depression is whenever maybe in the winter months you feel like it's so sad, I don't want to work, today is like a very boring day. So these kinds of feelings of low which comes for certain months, it's called seasonal depression. Then there is postpartum depression, which is post the pregnancy and delivery of the child. Okay, coming next, what are the symptoms of depression? Okay, I would also urge the moderators, if suppose in the live video there are some questions coming up or something, they can take note of those questions and we can take it up later in the session. Okay, symptoms of depression. Okay, first is with respect to emotions, the person will feel sad, the person will feel anxious, okay, worried, too much worry, the person will feel guilt. Okay, the person may feel that he or she is responsible for all the problems of his or people around him in the life. The person could feel anger and unjustified anger. This anger can be irritation, can be mood swings, even can be getting violent sometimes. And men and women behave differently in depression. Some people become more vocal, more expressive. Usually in men they want to become more aggressive, and women usually get into their shell, in the cocoon. They don't want to talk to people. They get lonely at times, don't want to interact with people, and they just get into a feeling of guilt. Now, thoughts. How are the thoughts of the person who is in depression different from a normal person? Self criticism. Okay, I am not good enough. Maybe I am not performing at my best. I am not a good son. I am not a good daughter. I am not a good husband, good wife, good friend, good sister, good brother. All you feel is you start criticizing yourself. You feel that you are a bad person. Next is impaired memory. It could be easily forgetful of things. Indecisiveness. Whenever you have to take a decision, it becomes difficult for you to take the right decision. There is confusion. There can be thoughts of ending the life because you feel that you are nothing. No one values you. You don't value yourself. You might feel that what is the point of staying in this world if no one is actually appreciating me, or no one wants me. Usually people who are in the suicidal tendencies, they often speak up their mind, or they write in the suicide letters that no one likes me. I was a failure. I disappointed you, mom and dad. I Please forgive me. Usually these are the things which they write because they have so much of guilt. Okay, third is physical. Chronic fatigue, so much of tiredness. You wake up early in the morning, you feel so much tired. There is lack of energy. Sometimes you sleep too much and still you wake up being restless. Okay, there is specifically weight gain in depression and around the belly area, and there is lack of motivation. Why? Because you feel that you are not able to achieve anything, and you don't have that drive to do anything. And one more thing adding on is substance abuse. Okay, when we look at the connection between depression and addiction, often addiction can lead to, okay, depression will lead to addiction. It is like a vicious circle. We will come back to it after some time. Behavior is withdrawal from others. I want to stay alone, separate. I don't want to mingle with a lot of people. Maybe then I will be judged more. Okay, neglect of responsibilities. I don't care about anything, anyone. I don't want to do my family responsibilities. I don't want to earn money. I don't want to be a good son or good parent. I just want to stay alone in isolation. And changes in personal appearance. Maybe the person is not having shower frequently. The person is maybe just wearing same kinds of clothes every day, and not grooming himself or herself much. Okay, moving ahead in the PPT, we have to bust the myths around depression. There are a lot of myths around depression. People usually think, because I have had clients where the father complains that his or her son or daughter does not want to do anything, is careless, is completely irresponsible. And if that person is in depression, they have to be sensitive to some level, but they are so insensitive, they start judging that person. And because of this, they feel like the person is just sad, is making excuses, does not want to study, does not want to pursue the career, has become completely irresponsible. But that is not the case. If it is purely clinical depression, then this sad mood, this laziness comes from within. It is not something which you plan and do. It is an automatic response. What depression is not caused by? Usually people are criticized. Yes, usually people are criticized for getting into depression. It's something like, I go in the market and I say, "Yaar, 1 kilo depression dena." It's not like this. You never go to the market to buy a disorder, even a physical disease. You don't go to the market and buy a disease. Mental disease, depression is a mental disease. You don't go to the market and buy depression. So it's not your fault. And people around those who have depression have to understand it's not their fault. Weakness, it's not weakness. It's not that some person is weak and cannot handle their issues well, and that is why they got depressed, or that that person does not have resilience. Okay, laziness has nothing to do with depression. and inability to fight against the problems. No, everyone has different level of tolerance. Okay, if someone has low tolerance, that can always be developed, but you cannot say that that person is not a fighter. Maybe the person actually fighted before getting fatigued. So it is important to not judge depression by your narrow eyes. What actually causes depression in the PPT? First is your life situations. Okay, what are your life situations, your present situations, and the situations in the past? Suppose there was abuse. Okay, you face certain kind of abuse. It could be verbal abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse in your childhood. Maybe there was some person who bullied you, who maybe like maybe used certain words for you or called you certain names, or maybe some people neglected you. The people who were really important in your life, like your family members, your parents, they neglected you completely. So these are the situations. Some person you lost in your childhood or maybe in your adulthood. Some person, maybe your mother, your father, very close to you, you lost this person, and because of this you could not overcome that stress, that trauma. And then poor social network, people who do not talk much about their problems to other people. These can be the situations of your life. Now biological, this is the most important thing, because usually people connect depression to something what happened in their life, which is not always true. Some people can be depressed even if there was no trauma, there was no incident in their life, there was no abuse. It can be plain genetic, or it can be plain biological factors, it can be even medical factors. Okay, biological is hormonal factors. Okay, suppose there is postpartum depression, it is because of the hormonal changes in a mother's body. Okay, then there are genetic factors, that people in the family, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather had depression. It could be carried on to their sons and daughters. Then next is chemical imbalance. There are a lot of neurochemicals, neurotransmitters in the brain. Okay, so when the balance of these neurotransmitters, maybe dopamine or serotonin or norepinephrine, is up and down, this can cause certain changes in the behavior and in the mood. Third is spiritual. If suppose the person's life is zero spirituality, lack of fulfillment, I have everything, I have money, I have clothes, I have a good job, and still some people say I feel empty from inside. Even the spiritual aspect is much of an important thing for that fulfillment. Then lifestyle. Okay, suppose there are financial struggles in your life, there is excess stress of something, if there are unhealthy eating habits, or maybe there are certain drugs some persons are consuming. Okay, then cognitive is perfection. Yes, perfection. Okay, if you want to believe that you expect a lot from your side, and if you don't give in to that pressure, or if you don't follow what other people desire from you, it could lead to you causing depression. Okay, then next is distorted. Yes, distorted thinking. Distorted thinking is if you think in black and white. Okay, if I do this I am good, if I do this I am bad. Okay, there has to be a certain level of gray element also in your life. Low self-esteem, low self-worth, and body image issues. A lot of people who have gained weight or do not feel confident when they look in the mirror, or feel like they need to lose weight, they're unhealthy, also are prone to depression. Ahead in the PPT, what are the risk factors of addiction? Okay, from depression we are moving towards addiction now, because they are highly connected to each other. Addiction also has its root in the genetics. If family members are prone to addictions or addictive substances, people in the family can be more at risk. Okay, then in with respect to gender, men are more you could say inclined towards taking addictive substances. Then mental health disorders, it could be depression, it could be bipolar, it could be borderline personality. There are certain kind of mental health disorders also which can cause a person to get addicted. If there is trauma and abuse in the childhood. Okay, then if there is peer pressure, many people start taking drugs. It could be alcohol, or even as simple as smoking a cigarette, because they were coerced by their friends to try something new, and because of the peer pressure, they wanted to be in that group. They did not want to lose their friends. They of alcohol, so many things do not get addicted, and some people even once or twice for them can get them into addiction. Okay, next is there are three particular neurochemicals in the brain. Okay, first is dopamine, then norepinephrine, then is serotonin. Okay, dopamine, if it is adequate in levels, it gives you motivation to do something. Then serotonin helps you to relax, to feel good about yourself. And norepinephrine helps you in execution, your memory, and so many things. All these three together, if they are adequate in their quantities, they will give you a perfectly balanced mood. Okay, when we talk about mood swings are also related to imbalance in these neurochemicals. Okay, now how is depression usually treated? Okay, what protocol is used for a depression treatment? First of all is the medication part. Okay, a lot of people, specifically in India, because the awareness still is not much, people still feel there is a stigma around mental health. They do not want to discuss that someone in their family has depression or has a certain psychological issue or mental health issue or chronic stress. They feel like it's putting them down or making them smaller. So because of this, years and years of suffering, they continue with that particular disorder, stress. So something which could have been managed by just 2 to 3 months, it gets so much of delayed, then it requires a years of psychiatric treatment. I had a client who called me 2 years back, and then that client had stress regarding his recent breakup with his girlfriend, and because of this he was overthinking, having negative feelings, having low confidence, feeling like he was the cause of the separation. And then he called me for a session. So it was a very preliminary stage. It's like 1 week before he had this breakup, and he called me within that week. If he would have come at that time, we could have solved his issue with just 2 to 3 sessions completely, and he would have evolved as a much stronger person, overcome this overcome this incident. Now what happened is that he chose not to take help. Okay, even I shared a lot of free helpline numbers with him, that if suppose if you have financial issues, you cannot take a session, call these helplines and they will surely listen to you, give you a new perspective to learn. But he did not take that help. Immediately after 18 months, that is almost 2 years, I got a call from him that, sir, I had called you 1.5 year back, and sir, now I am in a complete mess. I have started seeing things, I've started hearing sounds, I have got alcoholic, I have gained weight, my job has already been lost. So that smaller issue, it was not tackled at that particular point, and then there, it grew up into such a big psychological issue. Now I could not do anything, because if it is a highly clinical and severe psychiatric case, I refer my clients to a psychiatrist and a group of psychologists. Okay, so I had to do the same. But I feel so unfortunate that if that awareness would have been there, that if your problem is so small, a stitch in time saves nine. If it is so small, you will require a smaller treatment protocol. If it becomes bigger, then it requires big kind of protocol. Okay, so usually medications can help you restore your neurochemical imbalance in the brain. If it is antidepressant, then there are mood stabilizer. If you have a lot of ups and downs in mood, the mood stabilizers can help you manage your anger. Okay, now medications are going to help you temporarily. It's like, suppose you have a stomach ache, you do a sonography and you know that maybe you have uh, maybe a small growth in your stomach, and you need to operate on that growth. So now the operation is scheduled at after 1 month. You will not bear that pain for 1 month. You will always take a painkiller or a sedative or something to numb that pain. Sometimes numbing the pain is also required. Every time only counseling and psychotherapy is not going to help if it is a severe case. So severe case has to be helped by the medications. Then if the person comes to a certain level, then the person can continue counseling. It's like you are stuck on the top of a mountain, and you do not know how to descend, and you call a helpline number, they bring a chopper, a helicopter, and then they rescue you, they airlift you. So sometimes airlifting is also important for some people to continue their journey in the treatment. Okay, so medication is one thing. Second is psychotherapy, talk therapies, counseling help. Exercise is a very important element. If you want to beat depression, you need to exercise every day. Exercise release endorphins. Endorphins are, you could say, natural stress relievers, natural antidepressants. Then you need to set a particular schedule of your life. that waking up time, sleeping times, your meal timings, everything, every day do some kind of relaxation, meditation. It's very important. Okay, meditation can also increase naturally your serotonin levels. Okay, a lot of vitamins and mineral deficiencies, omega-3 deficiencies, vitamin B12 and D deficiencies can also cause depression or can increase your depression. So it is better to do your medical checkup and find out if there are deficiencies. Sleep is a very important factor which you need to take. Next is positive thinking. How does positive thinking come? Just by reading quotes, just by watching motivational videos? I think you could be momentarily charged up by watching a video or maybe listening to a quote. But if you want to actually implement it, it requires a lot of brainstorming and knowing what actually is affecting you. That is why counseling is a much better approach when you want that positive thinking to be a part of you, not just uh, you are just listening to positive thinking, but you are able to apply the positive thinking in your day-to-day life. Okay, music can help you soothe your brain, your mind. Sometimes traveling to some other place, being away from the thing that is causing you stress and trauma is also good. Okay, healthy food, communication is the key. Usually whenever you have a problem in your life, find someone whom you can trust. Anyone, any of the friend, mother, father, anyone whom you can trust and share your feelings. If someone is not available, visit a professional. Could be a counselor, could be a psychologist, life coach, but you need to talk out your feelings. You need to express what is inside you, so that whenever you sleep at night, you are sleeping with an empty head, not taking up issues in your mind, and then you woke up again with anxiety. Okay, moving on to the next slide is coming to the alcohol part, because depression can cause a person to feel more vulnerable and addictive towards alcohol. Why? We are talking ahead. It can be a faulty cope up mechanism for that person. The person could feel that this is the remedy of my issues, and that person is mistaken into thinking that alcohol or drugs are his or her friends. Now, how alcohol affects your brain? Okay, there are so many parts of the brain. There is the hippocampus, hypothalamus, then central nervous system. Okay, cerebral cortex. So alcohol affects the reward pathways of your brain. Usually whenever we achieve something in life, we feel that motivated, we feel charged up to do something more. Okay, there are reward pathways. Okay, dopamine reward pathways, serotonin. So the addiction hijacks these reward pathways. It's like you are eating healthy food every day, or you are eating khichdi every day, and someone starts feeding you pizza every day. Morning, breakfast, lunch, dinner, every day, every meal you are getting a pizza to eat. And because of this, your brain becomes so much addicted and glued to this release of dopamine, that surge of dopamine, that it does not want to settle for less. Okay, it does not want to settle for less. So because of this, you have kind of fed your brain a certain thing, and the craving comes up again and again. If even by healthy means you want to fulfill your dopamine, no, your brain does not want it anymore. It wants that high, that surge. Okay, that is why it becomes so much of an addictive nature for people who consume any kind of alcohol, drugs, even nicotine based drugs like smoking. Okay, what happens is that alcohol and other drugs, okay, they will change the circuits of the brain, okay, with respect to their response to any kind of pleasure. It could be food, it could be sex, it could be exercise, it could be anything. That response will change, and the response which you get is a higher level of response, which you always have to keep on changing. Suppose today this much amount of alcohol or this much amount of an addictive substance is okay for you to feel that high, that dopamine. Next time your brain will build up the tolerance, it will require more amount, then more amount. That is why people keep on increasing their quantities. Okay, effect of drug addiction or any kind of substance addiction on your brain is that the brain chemistry altered, interfering with the person's ability to make decisions. Okay, you cannot make correct decisions, your brain's chemistry is altered. Okay, can lead to compulsive craving, okay, seeking and use of drugs. Okay, and it can also flood your dopamine levels in the brain to feel to get you a feel of euphoria, okay, associated with the drugs. Whenever they feel, I feel high, or I feel charged up, or I feel relaxed. Okay, That is the temporary feeling which your brain shuts down important functions of your brain, or shuts down the thinking processes of your brain, and you feel that alcohol actually relaxed you, or a certain chemical actually made you forget your issues of your life. But every morning you wake up, you at the night, in the night, if you had financial issues and if you had alcohol, it's not that you are going to get money by your bedside when you woke up in the morning. Suppose you had a breakup at night and you had alcohol, it's not going to get your girl or guy back into your life. Okay, suppose you failed in your certain exams, and if you had alcohol or any substance at night, it's not going to change the picture, okay, at all. It's going to make you feel double guilty. The number one thing is you get to feel guilty about the problem in your life. Second, you start feeling guilty about the substance you took, and that guilt associated with taking that substance or addiction. So it becomes that double kind of dual-edged sword for you. Okay, and this is where the DAD effect starts. Why? Because a person who is in guilt, and for that person to accept the mistake, is often where the denial part comes in, because the person is so used to be into the comfort zone. Suppose if I have money loss in my life, so it's very easy for me to drink alcohol and sleep every day, and be unaware of my surroundings, and not talk to anyone. It's very easy, it's my comfort zone. For if suppose I have to search a new job, and that new job is very challenging, or maybe I have to do hard work, that is a difficult part to do. So I choose the easy part, I choose the denial part, that denying that I don't have a problem, that this relationship was not a problem for me, this failure was not a problem for me, this health issue is not a problem for me. So I deny, and I say that I drink alcohol just for my pleasure. It's like a simple recreational activity for me, it's not linked to my problem. And because of this denial, I get to evade the guilt of both the things. First is evade the guilt of me not taking actions in my life, and second, me taking negative actions. I evade both these guilts, and I feel good about myself. People want to be in that zone because I continue to feel good about myself. Everything is fine, let's continue. Okay, what happens is that there is a cycle of addiction and depression. Okay, there are problems in your life. Okay, then there is stress, chronic stress, anxiety, fear of the uncertainty. Okay, then you search for solutions. Okay, now there is a different protocol. You search for solutions, you find solutions, rapid relief in what? Drugs, alcohol, etc. Even in advertisements we have been taught that it's better to get rapid relief. Even a crocin, if it gives you rapid relief, you will always opt for that crocin. Okay, if you have an headache, you will not think that, okay, let me have a head massage, tell my mother or my wife to have a head massage, or maybe let's have a head shower, or maybe apply some local balm or something. No, I want to pop that pill because it says rapid relief. Everyone wants rapid relief of every problem in their life, and then they see alcohol as a potential solution where they can get this rapid relief, or any drugs. Then there is an alteration of the reward system. Your brain is altered. I want to say this again and again. Alcohol, drugs, substances, any kind of addiction alters your brain. Even scans of the brain, MRI scans of the brain before and after consumption of addictions have shown different areas of the brain performing at different levels. Some were overperforming, some were underperforming. Then because of this, you get a temporary sense of relief. What does a painkiller do? The painkiller will block your receptors of pain in your brain. That is what a painkiller or a paracetamol does. Similarly, alcohol will also block that pain receptors, mental pain receptors, stress receptors, and because of this, you feel, okay, problem to hai hi nahi, there are no problems. And then you feel that, okay, this thing was able to do justice to you after you are out of this addiction, or maybe you drank yesterday and today you are sober. You again feel that same feeling, okay, insatisfaction. Insatisfaction means there has been no benefit from it in the long term, and because of this, then again there are problems in life. Then again there is stress, fear, anxiety. Then again there is search for solutions. Then again there is alcohol. It becomes this circle. Alcohol is never going to satisfy or provide an permanent solution to any of this problem. Now, where you can change this loop, where there is search for solutions, search for better solutions, if you take a D route, and if you come to assessment, what is your life's assessment? What is your life's picture? How has been your childhood? Who has been your support system? What are the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats in your life? So many things. You do an entire analysis. by the help of a professional. Then you include family, friends, teachers, and then professional psychologists, counselors in this protocol, and then they give you a certain solution which you can apply, which you can find on your own, and then you can get back to life with confidence and high self-esteem. So this is what we want to do. We want to avoid getting into this loop. Okay, now what is denial in substance abuse and addiction? Okay, coming to the dad effect, depression, addiction, and denial. Okay, denial means I do not agree, I do not accept. It is a mask. It is a mask which an addict uses to, which can help them to ignore the problem, avoid the consequences of their actions. Why ignore the problem? Why? An alcoholic also knows that alcohol is damaging his inner body parts. Okay, his kidneys, livers, giving him heart problems. The alcoholic knows. A person who smokes cigarettes also knows all the warnings are written on the cigarette. Okay, now why is this denial? Why is this ignorance? Why do they want to ignore this thing? Why? Because they are used to be in their comfort zone. They are used to that suffering in their life. They do not have that, we could say, at that time they do not have that strength to rise up, strength to fight their problems. So better they want to live with those problems. You feel that you do not have the strength to fight with your problems, but I tell you that you have all the strength to fight with your problems. Let's get a different perspective from a professional. There are your peers, there are support groups, there are teachers, there are your close friends, even your parents. If you can confide in them, there are professional psychologists, life coaches, counselors. Talk to them, and then you will know that you are able to get out of your comfort zone. You are able to face this risk, you are able to face these challenges. Only then you can avoid ignorance. People in addiction lie in order to conceal and maintain their unhealthy behavior. Why I will lie that no, I'm not an addict, I did not drink yesterday, I have already left alcohol. Why? Because they do not want people to pinpoint their problems. They do not want people to nag them. They do not want people to judge them, and then it is better to just lie. Okay, it's very difficult to fight with someone and tell them why you are drinking and why you need to drink and what are the problems of your life. And it's very easy to say that I did not drink, completely deny, completely lie. And okay, one more point here to add. If you are thinking that a person who is addicted to something is doing this all by a certain level of planning, no, because the substance itself is causing different levels of changes in the brain. Some of these responses what he's doing in reference to denial are like an autopilot mode. It's automatically happening. The person also, maybe in, if you ask him inside him that he really wants to quit alcohol, he might say yes, but then all of this is happening, the denial part is happening, the concealing part is happening, the lying part is happening, because his brain is altered to a large extent. Okay, is denial a choice? Okay, human characteristics always had this denial kind of mechanism, that is the defense mechanism. Why? Okay, suppose I failed in my competitive exams. Okay, and I'm like completely in that stress, that worry, that anxiety, overthinking that what will happen about my future. Okay, will I get will I get admission in my college, what will be my career like, will I get a good job? So I'm in this overthinking pattern. Now your brain has this denial mechanism, so that it tells you, you have seen that movie Three Idiots, he says all is well, all is well, all is well. This is a kind of denial. Okay, this is a kind of positive denial which could help you. Suppose the person has there is a lion or a tiger in front of you. Okay, I know that your life is at stake, the lion or that wild animal could attack you, but suppose you do not have any other way to actually fight that risk at that particular moment in your life. I think what the better option would be to think positive, think that you will be saved, think that nothing bad will happen. That is called telling yourself is all is well. That is this denial part. It can help you have that power in you to take a wise decision. Suppose your mind is composed, you are not in high level of stress, you are able to think rationally and logically, it is going to help you. Say, you can think, okay, what is the nearest tree around me? Okay, let me run, let me calculate what time will it take for me to run to that tree. Okay, what else can I do? Do I have a weapon around me? Do I have a stone? Do I have a branch around me? So when you are in not in stress, you can do all these things. So at that time, unconsciously your brain will use denial, can use denial to make you feel slightly better. So denial is not completely a wrong thing, but when alcoholics or people who are addicted, they use this denial in order to mask their problem, okay, that there is no problem, it becomes a real concern. Next is okay, denial is meant for short term protection, as we notice now, okay, from painful news. Okay, suppose someone's family member died, or he got that news, okay, you communicate that news in a very subtle way, and that person is like, okay, okay, like it happened like this, and that person is composed. It can help that person not to get into that traumatic experience. Okay. Okay, now seven ways of denial are first is rationalizing what they are doing. People who are addicted, they start rationalizing, or they start proving to other people that what they are doing is not wrong. They would say as simple as alcohol is nothing wrong. It is derived from grapes, it is derived from grains, it is all natural. What is wrong with alcohol? This is rationalizing their addiction. Second is some people maybe who are consuming some other drugs, maybe marijuana. They will say it's a plant, it is completely normal to use it. It is a healthy way, it is a plant, it is natural, what harm will a plant cause to me? This is called rationalizing. Okay. Okay, next is avoiding, diverting, misguiding, changing the topic. Okay, you tell that person, okay, did you have alcohol? Okay, did you smoke yesterday? Do you consume this kind of drugs? He'll say, okay, okay, what is the day today? Okay, that meeting of yours, when is that meeting? Okay, okay, did you go yesterday to meet that guy? Okay, they will completely divert your attention, they will misguide you because you do not take up that topic. Okay, then is minimizing. Okay, making it look like a small thing. Okay, they would be like, okay, every person has addictions. Some people are addicted to sugar, some people crave for pizzas, some, you also have so many addictions, so I drink alcohol. So it's like minimizing the problem. Then it's lying, as I told, lying and covering up your issues. Then blaming, they will also can go to that limit of blaming the other people for their addictions, for their life problems, that because of you I am drinking, because you are not a good wife, because you nag me a lot, because you are giving me stress, that is why I'm drinking. Okay, then is comparing, they can compare their addictive habits with other people's other habits, and then they can just justify that it's a normal thing. And then anger, when everyone is continuously pursuing them and wants them to change, they will be very angry, they can be frustrated, uh, they can uh, they can also be physically violent also at times. Okay, next is overcoming denial and getting out. Okay, the most important part of today is how to overcome this denial. I would also say not only alcohol. Okay, addiction, when we talk about addiction and depression, okay, even when we say the start of depression, the chronic stress part, so many of us, whenever we have problems in our life, whenever we feel low in our life, whenever we have problems in our family, then relationships, then maybe work, office stress or corporate stress, or career issues, so many things, we often find something to run away from. We find comfort in something. I would say if you want to find comfort in talking to a professional, that would be actually be helpful to you. But if you find comfort in something which is temporary, it could be a person who already had a breakup, he finds comfort in another rebound relationship. Okay, so that I feel that, okay, I am loved and some people respect me, they take care of me. Other people, they might find comfort in some drugs, alcohol, smoking, uh, even maybe some people find their comfort level in online chatting, making friends, or casual flings, relationships, just sexual relationships with a lot of people. This is their comfort zone. They feel that this will take them out of their issue. Okay, it's just covering up the issue. The issue is not resolved at all. In fact, after some months and years, your issue will be multiplied. You would have that existing issue and then one more complicated issue. Okay, so it is very important for you to come out of that denial, because denial is not doing any good in your life. If you really want to be happy in life, if you really want to be successful, if you really want to be we could say immune from all the pains in your life, problems in your life, it is important for you to get out of your comfort zone. Okay, I like to add here is usually I keep on making videos on YouTube. Okay, now those videos might not be a replacement for therapy or counseling, but still they have a lot of information which can help you get some guidance. So if you all are listening online, there is a channel, it's called Life Coach Gurpreet Singh. Almost 3 to 4 videos every week are uploaded. It has around 200 plus videos with related to relationships, stress, mental health, success, happiness, even physical health. If you get time, do go through the channel Life Coach Gurpreet Singh, subscribe it, and keep getting the updates. Okay, coming back to our PPT. First is honestly examine what you fear. Okay, if suppose you are addicted to something, okay, if you are addicted to something, if you are depressed, and then that is why you got into addiction, what are you fearing from? Are you feeling fearful from facing a certain person? Are you feeling fearful from finding what you need to correct in yourself? Are you fearing judgment from people? Are you fearing the consequence of saying the truth? Okay, are you fearing that change in your life? Honestly examine what is your innermost fear. Okay, because usually in order to cover up our fear, that is why most of the people go in their comfort zone, in their cocoon, or in that small boundary like life, and they feel like everything is right in their life with denial. Think about the potential negative consequences of not taking action. See, every day you waste, every hour you waste without taking action, with inaction, continuing to be in your comfort zone, continuing to be in denial in your life, continuing to accept that there is a problem, continuing to be in that phase that you feel that everything is right, which is going in your life, you are going to delay your healing, you are going to delay your problems, you are going to delay your success, you are going to delay your happiness. So you have to analyze that what are the potential negative consequences of not taking action right now. Again, all of these things, whenever we read these points, might be like, okay, I tried this but it did not happen. That is where a professional can come to your rescue, can help you implement these things in your thought process. Third is allow yourself to express your fears and emotions. Okay, usually people, they want to cover up their emotions, do not want to express their emotions, want to keep all their feelings inside. It is better to sometimes cry, it is sometimes better to show your anger, it is sometimes better to express your insecurities. These things can make you feel lighter. Try to identify irrational beliefs about your situation. Sometimes you are in that fear zone, in that comfort zone, or continuing to be in that addiction and depressive cycle because you feel or you have some irrational fears. Okay, you do not want to communicate something to someone because you feel, what if this person does this, what if this person says this? Okay, most of the time your fears never come true. Okay, you have to do a proper analysis of how much chance is there of your fears becoming actually true, or is it just an imaginary snake which you're scared of? Okay, journal your experience. I say this again and again, very important thing, very important. If you have no one to talk to, if you do not want to go to a counselor or a psychologist, if you do not want to seek professional help, if you do not want to talk to anyone, take a piece of paper, a pen, every night before sleeping, whatever was your day experience from morning till night, whatever you felt, whatever emotions you felt, whatever people were helpful to you, whatever people gave you something good in your life, were an learning experience for you, whatever people did not do something good to you, or the times when you felt hurt in your life, the things which you did not like in your day, write down those things. It will help you vent out, make you feel emptier and lighter, and also can help you find a particular solution to your problems. Okay, so journaling, I would suggest all the viewers to start journaling, start writing down their experiences. It can be online journaling, so if you want to keep it safe. It could be on a pen and paper, but do it every day. Open up to a trusted friend, very important thing. At least one friend you have, one friend which can be non-judgmental, which will listen to you completely, which will not make fun of you, which will take you seriously, which will listen to all your crap, which will listen to all, you could say, everything and anything what you say with an open mind and open heart. If you have such a person, you are a really lucky person, and everyone should have such a person in their life, just one person. For some people this person can be a real person, for some people this person can be their book whenever they do reading. For some people this can be their spiritual connection to their own inner self. Okay, they can talk to it. For some people it can be a psychologist or a counselor, but you have to find just one person where you can talk to that person and also get certain response. Okay, next is talk about your issues. Every lock has a key. If you feel like all your problems in your life are never ending, they are not going to end, and every time you have to suffer from these problems, no, it is not true. Every lock which was built with a key. Okay, sometimes the key is near you and you do not see it. Sometimes the key is away from you and you need help from someone to find that key. But there is a key for sure. Every problem in your life has a key. So I would urge everyone to find that key. Participate in a support group. There are so many people who are facing depression or addictions. There are so many groups of people. There are online forums. There are so many groups on Facebook also. So many people who share their wisdom about depression. They share their experiences, share what hacks did they try to overcome the depression. It can help you to some extent if you find acceptance in such a group. Okay, and last and not the least is find a counselor, a psychologist, and if the nature of the problem is medical in nature, then a psychiatrist. It is actually going to take you away from trial and error. All the trial and error in your life, don't do the trial and error. It could take a long time to overcome the issue, or maybe it could also maybe worsen the issue. It is better to visit a professional. Okay, some key points with regards to depression. Okay, depression is often a complicated, we could say, a disorder which has a lot of factors to play in. There are so many environmental factors, and we just learned biological factors, so many things. But you have to find the root cause of the depression, of this depression. If it is the biological factors or if it is the neurochemicals, then a psychiatrist can help you balance it. Even there are so many activities which can help you overcome your neurochemical imbalance. But you do not have to use labeling for other people. Even don't use that labeling for yourself. Maybe you visited a psychiatrist and the psychiatrist wrote on your prescription sheet that you have major depressive disorder, you have personality disorder, you have an anxiety disorder, you have post traumatic stress disorder. Take it as an illuminating light or a pathway, not as your destination. Or not I am a disorder, or I am a living disorder, or I am depression. No, it's not like that. It is a certain phase, a roadblock in your life which you need to overcome. Don't take it, because so many people cannot change their behavior, cannot make implementations, because they feel like that disorder is much bigger than them, the depression is much bigger than them, the addiction is much bigger than them. No, if you are giving power to your disorder, to your addiction, then for surely it will win. Okay, but if you take power to yourself and feel like, no, it is just a small part of your life. From my life of 30 years, 40 years, 60 years, I got addicted for 1 year, so it means that I am bigger than the addiction, not the addiction. So then it can help you fight this the addiction and the depression. Okay, how to take care of your mental health? Whenever we talk about corrective mental health, it is usually by the way of medications, and then psychotherapy, counseling, so many other healing procedures are there. But we have to also look at one perspective, that is preventive mental health. What if we don't have to go to a counselor? What if we don't want to go to a psychologist, psychiatrist? What should we do every day so that our mind is performing at its peak, and then there are no problems and we can live life with resilience? Okay, number one is most important thing: talk about your feelings, talk about your feelings, talk about your feelings. You find one person. From today itself, I want to guide all of you that find one person, take a piece of paper, write down names of all people in your life till now, and see if you have that one person in your life where you can just vent out everything without feeling that pressure, without feeling judged, without even your privacy being taken for granted. That is one most important thing. If you go to a person and that person discusses this with other person, no, that is not the person. A person where you can trust 100%, find such a person in your life. It is very important. Keep yourself active every day. Exercise in some way every day, yoga, pranayam, meditation, exercising, cycling, zumba, running, jogging, swimming, anything you like. 45 minutes of your day to your body, 15 minutes of your day to your mind for meditating or calming yourself. However busy you are, how much ever you could say burden you have of your goals, of your college, of your goals, but you still have to take time for this amount of time for yourself, because this is going to act as a preventive mental health, also help you be successful in your life. Eat well, eat less junk food, maybe weekly once. Junk food is okay, but most of the day, for 6 days a week, have balanced meals. Okay, have vitamins and minerals, proteins, good carbohydrates, fruits, vegetables, everything, nuts and seeds. A good height is all a good yes, a good diet is also going to help you with better mental health. Okay. Keep in touch with your loved ones, show gratitude in your life. You don't have all the problems in the life. Okay, there are so many good things also about you. When you wake up early in the morning, close your eyes and show gratitude to whatever good you have. Okay, be thankful to the almighty, to the creator, to the universe, anything. Okay, that you have all these things. Okay, accept who you are. Don't be over judgmental about yourself and keep judging that, okay, this is right about me, this is wrong about me, okay, I did this mistake. No, whatever you are, give yourself complete acceptance and love. Always ask for others help whenever you need, and always care for others also around you, because the best way we can have mental health around you is also being sensitive and have empathy towards other people, so that we can be good to them and then they learn this from us and they can also be good to other people. So you can create, you could say, a continuous catalyst reaction, chain reaction of people being good to other people if you also start being good to other people. Okay, coming to the end of the session. Okay, uh, I would like the host to ask some questions if they were asked by some participants. We are already crossed 12. We can also end the session, but if there are some questions, we can answer those questions.
So there is one question that I have been particularly getting during the lectures,
Okay,
if I may ask that.
please.
So the question is that when somebody approaches us and shares their issues, what is
Hmm.
the first reaction that we should give them?
Okay. See, first of all, whenever another person comes to you and has that faith in you, that you are the person who can maybe give that person another perspective about their problems, or at least listen with an open heart to their problems, first of all, tell yourself and feel thankful that you were able to be such a person whom people can trust. Okay, feel good about yourself first of all, that people have chosen you as their went out or discussing their issues with you first. Second is, completely listen to that first person, whatever, how much ever matter that person has. Don't be in that rush to give that person advice or guidance. Just listen to that person. Maybe it could be for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, even 30 minutes. Tell that person to share everything, anything, and keep that person in that loop, that okay, you can discuss completely whatever is there inside you. I will not stop you till the time you say that okay, I am done. Tell that, let that person pour out everything. After that, don't give that person an advice or a solution based on your experience, because that will not apply to that person. Suppose that person had a breakup and you had a breakup also in the past, and maybe you approach the person immediately after the breakup, or maybe you called that person, or maybe you blocked that person, or maybe you called that family members of that person. Now whatever you applied in your situation was exclusive to your problem. It is not going to have that great effect in his or her problem. So better would be to listen to that problem, take a piece of paper, evaluate the pros and cons of doing certain things. Okay, you can have that little brainstorming. It can be a mini session for him. Okay, and then find a thing, a particular solution which can be less harmful in nature, which could be more empowering in nature for him, which could blossom his relationship or her relationship, or can take him or her away from the problem. So more should be an analytical approach, more logical, rational approach, rather than just using your past experiences as a milestone.
Thank you so much, sir. That sums up a lot of other queries I had. Thank you so much.
Any other questions? You could just write down if they have any queries, then otherwise we can end.
Not any questions till now, sir. It seems the session has answered everything that they were thinking about.
Mhm.
Can we end the session?
Yes, surely.
So I, on behalf of Pillai College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Department of Excellence and Department of BCom, Accounting and Finance, would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our speaker for the day, Mr. Gurpreet Singh. So your inputs and your valuable insights have helped us become emotionally stronger and make the world an emotionally stronger place. We hope that your insights are always going to help us whenever needed. They are also going to serve as those positive and humble reminders of the power that lies inside us. I would also take a moment to thank the technical team of Pillai College of Arts, Commerce and Science and Mahatma Education Society to have made this event such a great success in such a little time. It has been our honor to be associated with Mr. Gurpreet Singh for this session, and we look forward to further associations with you, sir. We would also like to thank all the faculty members for gracing the occasion with their august presence. With this, I like to conclude by saying that our pursuit of making this world a better place continues, and we shall have many more such associations in the future. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Gurpreet, so much, and thank you for this opportunity as well.